Hey there, lads and lasses. This here is clearly. Is it? Clearly? Okay, we're focused. This here's Thunderhand 64 coming at you live from the west coast of the United States here on a Wednesday afternoon. Significantly afternoon. And, yeah, regrets for the late start for the stream today. I got involved in some other things and wanted to finish that stuff up. And also, I had forgotten that we being a fellow buffoon flying villager and I were messing around with some audio and stuff in OBS and Discord and a few things. And I needed to change those settings back. And I hadn't done that. And so I started the stream. So if the stream was silent at the beginning, that's why. But I've got those reset now. You should be getting the background music, my voice, all of the good stuff. Getting ready to make some changes audio-wise at the beginning of next year. And so one of the things I've decided, which I did last year, and I think I'm going to continue, is the time right around Christmas, New Year's, end of December, beginning of January. That time, I'm going to take some downtime on streaming, and I'm going to use that. I'm going to use that for upgrading the stream, making changes, updating things, and stuff like that. So I think I should take a little bit of time off of streaming each year to, do those kinds of things. It keeps things moving forward. Goals are cool. So. All right, today is Wednesday, and that means Generations. All right, so last Wednesday we were working in the creative test world on the Baby Zombie Rush, not so mini game. And so that means today we need to work in the survival world on the Generation 5 map and continue our terraforming. So let's do a little bit of that. I'm going to log on over here. Oh, that's not good. Let me back out of this. And let's try this again. I'm aware I haven't switched the scene over yet. I'm still loading up, so. Arma, hey, how you doing down there in Australia? Good to see you. How are things going down under? Uh-oh. I can't connect to Generations for some reason. We did get a notice from Shockbyte a little bit earlier that there was going to be server maintenance, but I thought that was tomorrow, not today. And it's weird because it's showing me failed to connect. Authentication servers are down. Please try again later. Yeah. So, Shockbyte might be doing some maintenance on the servers right now. I thought that was scheduled for tomorrow. I'm going to look that up on the other system here. I'm good. In yourself. I'm I'm good today. I'm good. First world problems. Major cognition problems this morning. Oh, driving Kachi to school was horrible this morning. But on the scale of things overall globally, it's small. There we go. Trying to untangle this, but it's doing okay. Yeah, I would really like to be able to play on my server today. That would be cool. Other than that, things are going fine. Arma, who knows? We might wind up doing a Buffooncraft stream today. Which wouldn't be the worst thing in the world, but I might have to change things over. because I'm pretty sure that Shockbyte is down right now. And Shockbyte is the vendor through which we rent our server here on Generations. So, and just as I fired it up, I did get the notice about the Shockbyte server here, but so I'm going to back out of that and reload and see if I get the same message and read it a little more carefully this time. Let's see what we got. Shockbyte control panel. Servers. There's my server. Gee, you know, it shows that the server's all up and running and stuff. There is the world that's loaded up there. Generation 5. The June 21st version. Everything should be okay. Huh. All right. I'm gonna back out of the launcher here. I'm gonna try this again. Server status seems to be fine. So we all have days like this. Yeah, you know, less of them would be better. I'm sure we would all agree. I don't mind having days like this so much. I mean, I don't like them, but you know, if they could just not be on a Wednesday, Friday, or Sunday, that would be ideal. You know, I got caught up in writing a piece of music this morning, and so oh, wait a minute. I saw something kind of peculiar up here. That might have something to do with it. Maybe, Bobby baby. Yeah, so I got caught up in writing a piece of music this morning. That's why the stream's a little bit late, other than the audio adjustments I had to make and now server stuff. One of the YouTubers I like to watch is David Bennett. David Bennett Piano. And he does a lot of music theory stuff. And one of his major things he does on his channel is harmony and chords and chord progressions and chord changes and stuff. And so since I was stuck in the car all morning long, whether I liked it or not, and I liked it not, trust me, I figured, okay, well, you know, I can at least catch a little David Bennett, and I got some ideas for chord changes. Hey, server's up and running. Okay, cool. Let's switch over to that. Display scene. Hey there. Let's do some building, shall we? Uh-oh. Did I? Yeah, I left myself in creative mode. I think I was fixing something on here. Let's get into survival. That's where I want to be. Because it's survival mode day. Like that. I've got extra stuff in my inventory now. Awk. All right. That's not too bad, though. All right. So when last we left off here, we're terraforming the beach around the back of the hotel. And it looks pretty good. I'm pretty satisfied with that, I think. I like the gradation down here. I think that's pretty cool. And now what I have to do is I have to wrap this around and kind of merge it. Merge it over to here. Like this. And kind of blend it in on the side there. And I want to narrow the shoreline there significantly because I don't want folks swimming over there. No, I don't. We have a quite a dangerous little mob farm here under the water, which is one of the things that we're going to have to tidy up. We made this little hack mob farm right next to the spawn circle on a mushroom island, and this thing just cranks like you would not believe. Yeah, it wouldn't be a live stream without something going wrong. Yeah, although, fingers crossed. I haven't had one of those kind of live streams in quite a while where I've had all kinds of things going wrong and stuff. Things are fairly stable for quite a long time. So I don't know. I guess you can, probability, statistically wise, you could say I was overdue maybe. Hey, dude. For a little bit of chaos, I suppose. This is cool. So we have the soul sand under here, right? So this is like normal speed, and then you go over into the gutters here. It's really fast. And then on top of that, one of these beacons here has the speed effect. You can see it in the upper right-hand corner. There. Up there. Yeah, you can see so compounding the two of those together is with the Soul Speed 3 on the boots is just nuts. Right down there. Okay, I'm just going to take a quick peek in on the mob farm. Oh, and I think I need to do that from above. Yeah, I do. All right. I'm getting a little mixed up. Ow, my face. Did my wings break? No. So I'm getting a little confused between Buffooncraft and Generations right now. Right. Okay. Because my Generations world here, the survival world, I'm only in here every other week. And, I don't really do as much off-camera work in here as I should be. Wait a minute. Look at the cat. Cat in the bubble fader. Putty, you're gonna drown in there. No. Well, I don't know if Putty stays on the sides. See, the way I made this bubble vader is if you stay on the sides, you get air. See? Putty! Get out of the bubble vader! Oh God. Sometimes this game, what can I say? Sometimes this game. All right, let's leave Putty to have his fun in the elevator. He probably needs a bath anyway. And let me see. Mob Farm, I believe, is right over here. Catfish! You're right. Whoa! So you could see the mob farm is just going nuts. Ouch. I probably got hit by an arrow from a skelly. But the mob farm just goes crazy. This thing is always too full. It doesn't have a sorter. It doesn't have an incinerator. And it's funny. This is the only pad. This is the spawn pad right here. That's it. It's not multiple layer or anything. You can see the jankiness of it is just... This is really early game. We set this up years back. And it's just insane. The output of that little farm is ridiculous. The buffoons and I, when the buffoons visit the stream, have been thinking of why its output is just so over the top, and we're thinking probably because it's in a mushroom island. or it's right on the very edge of the Mushroom Island biome. And so that just cuts down the mob spawns. And since we're working in this area all the time, that thing just cranks. It just, yeah, it's way, way over the top. All right, so I wanted to bop down there before I started working on here and just... one of the things I might do is, you know, I've got to think a little bit about the future here. Which longtime viewers, fans of Generations are probably groaning at this point. Because we've been on this map for a very long time. But one of the things I might do is just move this farm over into the middle of the bay a little bit. And I don't know if I want to make a structure out of that or not. So this shoreline is kind of critical. I might not do a heck of a lot with that right now. I might just merge it over there in some way that looks kind of good for now. Because one of the things I want to do is the mob farm itself... If we go down into here. So one of the ideas I have is off of the main depot underground. We're going to open up the roof here and make this just a giant hole that we can just fly down in anytime here. And one of the ideas I had was to make 5 tunnels that branch off of this. This whole tunnel here, it was going to be the storage, and it probably still will be if I ever get around to resuming that. And you can see each pyramid here. Off of this will branch a tunnel in that direction, and that tunnel will have some sort of feature in it, right? And so off of this away with the superfluous medial vowel, would be a tunnel of similar proportions over there. And the mob farm is right above us, right about there. It's actually probably a little bit closer. It's probably a little bit more like this. So I'm thinking that we make the yellow tunnel the mob tunnel. And we bring it over here and we make the mob farm in that tunnel down there. Right under that main bay. And so we could just fly down here, use the mob farm, collect all the goodies, have the storage, have the sorter, and all of that stuff right in here. And so that means moving the mob farm where it is now eventually, which means changing that shoreline. So you have to kind of connect the dots and kind of plan ahead a little bit here. I don't like to do too much heavy planning on Generations, as you can see. I kind of just build as I go. But, you know, sometimes I do like to think ahead a little bit here and try to plan things out a little bit. Like this. So you can see the mob farm. So if I line up, the yellow beacon is lined up from below. You remember seeing that. And the central beacon goes right up through the tree. And so you can get a bearing just by lining those two up. And you can see where the mob farm is. So the mob farm would actually be... it doesn't really have to be this high. It could be a little bit lower. Right around down there. And so we could just wrap the shore right around like that and have it join the spawn circle. But I don't want this shoreline to be too big. I probably only want it to come out maybe 3 levels and only about a pretty... I want it to be a pretty steep gradation there. Okay, so my man Boris, welcome to the chat. Here's a cheer, whatever that is. Okay. I appreciate it. Thanks. That's super cool. Welcome to the stream. So today we're working in our survival world. We're working on this shoreline outside of our hotel. So there's a couple of things that need to be done here. The shoreline here needs to be merged. And then on this side, over here, we need to convert this mushroom mycelium shoreline into a sandy shoreline that's a little bit more comfortable looking and a little bit more fun. And we might extend this sandy shoreline out to here like this. Although I don't plan on having the people who occupy a hotel are not tenants. They're not visitors. They're not vacationers. They're people who occupy a hotel for right now. Brain isn't kicking in. But they probably won't be swimming out in this area because of, that. It's kind of dangerous. We will move them. We'll probably have the sandy shoreline terminate right around here. Let's see what it does over here. Yeah, I think I have it right at this outer column pretty much. So let's get a bearing on that. That looks like 44. Right. And so this shoreline will do pretty much the same thing. Ow, my face. And so this shoreline will be sand, probably right about out to here. Something like that. And it'll terminate right around there. And then from here, I'll kind of merge it in onto the side. I just want to stay away from there. This is a dangerous place. This is the Gadian fam over here, which is one of my favorite builds on this whole server. We still need to put in the rest of that thing, tinted glass, that stuff, right? The idea of replacing the glass with tinted glass was to cut down on the light, because these guys like to swim towards the light. Some of you older folks around my age might remember the Poltergeist movie. Don't run towards the light, baby. Stay away from the light. But it, eventually the water stream does overpower them, whether they go towards the lighted areas or not, and they go into the portal, which they are then chopped up and used for resources. But they fight the streams. It just slows down the farm a little bit. So if I could change the rest of this light over, this regular glass over to tinted glass, they would stop trying to swim toward that and just swim right towards the portal, because the portal would be the light source. Plus, I might put some light blocks in there too at the portal, so they'll actually swim down toward that. Right, but that's building another time. One thing at a time, sequential, focus. Right, and so right now I'd like to finish up on the beach and get this stuff done. And also, you can change biomes now as of 1. Was that 18 or 19? 1.18, I think. And so I can, do the biome fill command and get this biome looking a little better out here, and make it the warm ocean biome, so it's a little more hospitable towards swimmers, vacationers, patrons of the hotel. That's what I'm trying to think of earlier. Sick world, dude. Hey, thanks, man. That's cool. And Arma, thank you so much, dude. Really cool. You are a dangerous place. Shut Mountain! Of course, welcome to the stream, Shut. Shut, our fellow buffoon friend and moderator of the stream. Shut, how are you feeling today? I gotta load up on some rockets. And then let's get working on that shoreline over there. Gonna have to do a little bit of sleeping here pretty soon. Let's go plop this guy down. Great. And I'm gonna put an extra bed right about there because we're gonna be using a lot. I usually carry one in my inventory anyway. And let's see here. Yeah, let's do this. Let's get this done. Get it done. Get it done. There. Done and done. Just got done with a CAT scan and go for an MRI in 3.5 hours. Oh! Good luck with that. The MRI is a little weird, you know. I'm not typically a claustrophobic kind of person. I'm usually pretty good with that kind of stuff. But there's a couple of situations where after a little bit of time, I start to feel a little bit uncomfortable. And that's probably just normal. But MRI is one of them. You know, I don't like to hang out in there too long. It's like, usually I'm pretty chill there for like up to about maybe 20 minutes or so. But it starts to get past that. And it's like, okay, I want out of here. Shut. I sorry to hear that, dude. Yeah, because of the location of your particular injury, you're probably going to be in the MRI. You're at least going to be lying down on your back, right? Which I'm sure, and since you said it's one of the upper vertebrae, like probably just below the middle of your shoulders, I think. Is that where you said it was? Yeah, there's your upper body weight is right on that. Yeah. Oh, dude, sorry to hear that. Yeah, that is tough. Hopefully, now MRIs usually take a long time, especially with that kind of injury. But hopefully it won't be longer than it has to be. Just, if something sucks, you just want to do it, get it over with, and have it be as short as possible. It's like needles, right? Whenever you go to get a shot, it's like the nurse or the medical assistant, they're like, I don't want to hurt you with a needle. Would you just do it? It's gonna hurt. It's a piece of metal in your arm. Just jab it in there and get it done. They're like, wow, you're tough and everything. It's like, no, I just want to, just get it over with. Don't like poke around with it. Just do it. Give me that. Done. It doesn't feel good. Just do it. Make it quick. It's like dentistry, right? It's not fun. Just quit poking around in there. Just get it done. Yeah, which is going to be my problem. Yeah, that's the thing that sucks about, MRI. Like I said, that takes a while, right? So, well, as we say, hope they're giving you some good drugs there, Shot. Let's see. Oh, one thing, I'm getting a little ahead of myself here, but I do kind of want to mark out that line of demarcation, which is, I know it sounds superfluous to call it that, but it is what it is, I mean. Now, of course, I'll try a little bit better to blend this shoreline in, right? But for now, that's good enough. Again, it won't be like this completely straight line, but But this also helps me mark out the biome a little bit when we do the biome fill, the biome fill. And, we changed this cold ocean here over into warm ocean a little bit. And we'll try to follow the shoreline a little bit like that. One of the things I do need to do is stock up on rockets. Replenish the rocket supply. Shot, I remember... where did you come from? All right. We'll worry about him later. Shot, I do remember earlier in Cheska Genie's world that she was talking about axolotls and why they're not living and why they're dying. Why are they dying? But my dudes here seem to be doing A-okay. You can see that the water level is really only 2 blocks high. And they've got the glass over the top. But they were despawning for a while, and I do remember Nebula taught me a little trick there. I don't think it was naming them per se. It may have been, but it was something to do with getting them in a bucket and like naming the bucket or something and then dumping them in. I forget. This was a while ago when we did this. But once I did that, we didn't have a problem with them. It took a long time to get this many axolotls, though. It took a long time. That was not easy to do. Yeah, I think it's because they were climbing out of the water, then just not going back in, and then dying from the... Yeah, so I have the glass over the top, so... the other thing, though, is I don't think that they can climb over 1 block like that. They might be able to. I don't think so, though. I think they have to have this kind of a situation, right? Yeah, like I don't think that they would be able to climb over this. I think that they need at least 1 block on which to land before they can get out. But I think she's already solved that, though, right? So. All right, how am I doing? I'm using mycelium as a base. I can get rid of those mushrooms, and I need rockets. That's right. Like I said, cognition problems today, so very, very hard to focus. Box O rockets. There we go. And done. So let me see. I'm going to round this up and say that we started at 12:30 today because it was right about the time we started, I think. And then from there, we can we'll do the 2-hour stream. So we'll end a little bit later today than normally. So instead of ending at 2, we'll end at 2:30. We'll do that. Thunder, just use the shovel. That's what shovels are for. All right. Yeah, so again, I was listening to David Bennett's video this morning about recognizing chord progressions by ear this morning while I was trapped against my will in the car coming back from dropping Kachi off for most of the morning. And I got some cool ideas from that and put together a cool little chord progression that's kind of different than most of the stuff I usually write. So yeah, that was fun messing around with that this morning. So I don't know, I'll try to make something out of it. See how that goes. Okay. Yeah. We need more foundational material. Terraforming can be a huge pain. Yeah, and you know what makes it worse is when you're not good, when you're not good at it. You know, I'm just saying. You know, I'm just saying. Yeah, okay. Are you going to make a salt water pool? Oh, like a tide pool. Yeah, in fact, all right, so I made like a little kiddie wading pool over here. Most of the patrons' beach and swimming area will be here, with, you know, a particular area in here, right? And then the tide pool stuff will probably be here on the sides. So after I locate the mob farm and get that where I want it to be, the tide pool stuff will probably be like right around here. Like, this will be a little bit more of the warm water kind of beach, but not a lot. Not a lot. And the warm ocean biome will probably extend right about out to this reef here, including the sunken ship, and then merge right around here. And so some of the tide pool stuff will probably be like right around in here on this side. A little bit after, like out here a little bit. And maybe a little bit along here, along the fringe, but I don't want to do too much there because I want the mob farm to go there, and I want it to look kind of dark and cold and creepy here, because that's where the mob farm's going, right? And so, but there's plenty of opportunities here, like to put a little bit of that stuff around here. But, yeah, if we're on the same page about, you know, saltwater pool being tide pool, right? Because, you know, there's American English and then there's like Australian English. And so we got to make sure that we're talking about the same thing. I think we are, right? But again, you know, this is loosely based on a hotel in Maui that we visited back in, I want to say 2009 or 2010. And so the hotels there in their swimming areas, because, you know, Hawaii has some ferocious waves, right? And so they have some shallow areas where the wee folk can do their swimming, right? Like Biggie was a little dude back there. He's like about maybe 5 years old, and he would have gotten completely clobbered, right? And so, you know, families, they have like a little shallow area where the kids can play. And that's where this would be, right in there. And then the other swimming areas are like right out here. And of course, there'll be like a little wading pool here. I was thinking on giving this like when I originally built this was a little pond that was here, and I was thinking of giving this a particular kind of shape afterward, but haven't really decided on that yet. So I'm keeping it as is. Hard part is going to be getting the warm ocean to actually spawn the tropical fishes and corals. Yeah, you know, Shut, that may be some... that may be... I don't think it's going to spawn. I don't think so. I think I'll have to relocate corals for that. So, I'm trying to remember... You know, it may be one of those things like when Nebs and I built the tanks here, the aquariums through the bubble vaders here. It may be one of those things where we might have to terraform that coral reef. And we might have to transplant the tropical fish and other denizens of the reef. So yeah, it's a big project. It is. That's why I'm trying to limit the scope of it. But even the area that I laid out, like right around to here, right around there, that's a pretty big area. And you see the warm ocean is actually, there's a lot of warm ocean on the western side of the island over here. But it's one of those things where, you know, where I'm building as I go, you know, this... where we put things was decided years ago before we decided to connect them all together and make this kind of place. So, yeah, so it's kind of like we're kind of stuck with this, right? So, yeah, that's going to be a lot of work. All right, let's get a little bit more of this stuff. Move this on out and around. And you can hear the bones breaking from the skellies down below. And again, I don't mind so much the mycelium showing here. You know, I'll do something about that. And make this more like a rocky shore on this side. Let me see. And, you know, I did have this as a sheer drop-off, and, you know, I don't know. I might actually make... I'm not sure if I want it to look like a highly natural and irregular shoreline there. I might just match the outer circle. And if that's the case, let me see. I don't think that I have Mini HUD installed on this. Yeah, I don't. On this profile, I don't. But that's okay. You know, we can just use plots or something like that. Yeah, I think I do. I think I do want to make that. And follow the shoreline, and then I can merge these together. All right, so I can log on to plots and get an idea for that. And then we can just measure it out. I'm thinking of making it come out about maybe 3 blocks out here. So, Okay, so That's what, 28 and 28. That's going to be 40. It's going to be 56, and one is 57. So that should be 57 in diameter. It's close to nightfall again. So 57 in diameter. There we go. That is indeed going to be tough. One of my one of my ideas for generations in the generation stream, and the entire reason for building this hotel in the first place, was to invite guests on to work on projects together and have adventures together and do contests, games, and stuff like that. And this was one of the ideas that I had, to draft individuals to come onto the server and, help out. I'm not ready for that yet with this, but I still got more Shoreline to do. But when the Shoreline's done, expect some guest appearances. Nebula was really good for that. She could just come in here and just knock stuff out. She was super cool at that. While we're waiting for sunset. Let me see. There we go. So some of you Minecrafters have probably used this Plots Ellipse generator before. It's a website that you can go onto, and it's really cool. I like it a lot. And we said diameter is 57. There we go. Okay, let's do some sleeping, because we know that guy's taking that bed over there. What was the dude doing in the tree? Good question. So this guy over here just decided one day. How did he get over here? I think he had escaped from the villager reserve area somehow. I think I was doing some work over here or something, and he had gotten away, and I didn't see him. And so he was out roaming around on the island, and unbeknownst to myself. And at one point, I left the gate open. And I was doing some work either on the tree or I was heading my way over, and he had slipped inside and decided that he was going to make the tree his home. And so it's like, okay, if you're up to doing the Keebler elf thing, sure. Oh, why don't you just stay there, and you can be the tree dude. And so ever since. I'm gonna grab a little bit more doit. There we go. Groovy. Okay, and I'm just going to extend the rim of this right around here. That's going to start like this, and going to do a little bit of counting. All right, so we have 11 there, so that's going to be the center, and then 5 on the side. All right, now we're getting back into some like Buffooncraft Season 4 stuff. So 2, 3, 4, 5 here. And then we split off on here like this. Oh, hands. Like that. And we're going to do this. 6 like that. Like that, and then 1 and 2 like this. Like that, and then we got 2 more coming out this way, like this. Fuck. Hands, please. And then 1, and this is where it changes directions on the 45. Like this, 2 like that, okay. Now we're gonna get okay, yeah. And like that. Okay, that's good. Wow, and we still have a patch of green here back when we had grass on the island. Cool. The good old days. And then 2, 4, 6. Okay, yeah. And then this is where it repeats like this. Two, 4, 6 like that. And that brings us right around to here. Like this, 2, 4, 6. And then I think there's going to be, what, 4 like this, I think. Oh, I don't like that. That's off. Like that. 2, 3, 4 like that. And then 2, 4, 6 like this. And then 1, 2 like that. And then 2 like this. And here's the corner. So let's put a torch there. Oh, I'm out of torches. All right, that's fine now. And then this is where it turns. 2, 1, 2 like this. Then 2, 4, 6 like that. And then 4. And then this is supposed to be the other side of this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 like this, but you can see that we're off here. All right, so we gotta figure out what happened. I might have counted wrong on this side, so let's check that out. So there should be 28 more on that side. 48 and 8 is right. That should be 56, and in the middle is 57. That should be 57 in diameter. GD, hey, welcome. Thank you so much for the lurk. Oh, wait. No. We're good. We're good because we want to be... Okay. See, this is where, you know, sometimes you can be your own worst enemy. We actually want to come out 3 around this. That's what we're trying to do. Viewers, you're supposed to help me with stuff like that. Yeah, see, we wanted to extend out 3 blocks. We've got some aquatic building to do here. And we can use this just to lay this out for now until... and then we can make it look a little bit more natural later. But, you know, that's going to involve moving the mob farm and all of that stuff. Which, for the moment, I'll be honest with you, I'm not really ready to do. All right, we need to start the soundtrack or restart it, the playlist, and then switch to standing mode. Done and done! Jeannie, when you come back from Lurk, if you're able to, I'll run over and show you the axolotl faux river inside the hotel there if you didn't see it earlier. Because I know you had built a little habitat for them in your world, and Shut and I were just talking about that. Okay, that's good. Okay, yeah, I'm going to bring this round to there. Yeah, each time I'm going to have to do this. This sucks. All right, yeah, we got to fill all of this in. And I might change out this block where it's not mycelium. I might wind up doing that. But again, for now, I just want to get that shoreline defined. And I really want to be working on these sandy bits. Oh, she's doing a live lurk. Yeah, this is probably her streaming time, right? And I did see Angel was on a little bit earlier, too. Which is cool. That means we have people out to whom we can raid. That's great. Hands, really. Come on now. Behave. Just please just do what you're supposed to do. Here we are. Of course, we are into November now. And it's one of my favorite holidays because of American Thanksgiving. Which I like that holiday. The Thunderhand family, we really like that one. And now it's so bad with the U.S. where folks are actually trying to skip Halloween and go directly to Christmas. And so not only is Thanksgiving getting skipped over, passed over, but now Halloween too. But not us. We like to take time. We like our Thanksgiving. We just have our little Thanksgiving here at home. But it's always super cool. Kachi and Biggie particularly like it. They like the good eats. Last year we went with the American traditional route, and we did the turkey, which I'm not too crazy about, but I did realize that those guys did go through a number of years without turkey. They've had turkey before, but they were too little to remember it. And so I decided last year, okay, it's probably a good idea. You should at least have turkey once. So last year I did the turkey, but it's like, okay, got that out of our system. Let's go back to the non-traditional stuff, shall we? What meal? So I'm gonna go back to our pot roast. I like making a nice big old pot roast. My mom used to make pot roast, not necessarily for Thanksgiving. She would always make turkey for Thanksgiving, but my mom used to make this big old pot roast that was really cool. And then in the pan drippings, she would like braise the all the vegetables, the potatoes and the carrots and stuff like that. Good stuff. Good stuff. How about you, Shot? What are you guys doing? One thing I particularly like that I've started doing is a few years back is squash soup. Oh, good stuff. So good. So my mom would just make the, like the pureed squash. But I started making squash soup, and wow, is that stuff good. So whenever November hits, we start getting a hankering for that meal that's coming up. And it's extra cool this year because Biggie's been away at university, 3 states north of us. And so he gets to come home for Thanksgiving for a few days. Very short for him. But it's going to be cool to have him here. It just makes it a little bit more meaningful, Which is another reason we don't like to do, we don't like to have visitors or be visitors for Thanksgiving. We just like to do our little Thanksgiving by ourselves. It's much more enjoyable that way. Okay, that's pretty good. And then I'll step this down a 1 block step all the way down, which will be pretty darn steep, but that's the way I want it. So let's carry the ring right around through here. Thusly. Yeah, I like that. That's good enough. This whole portal is going to move. I'm thinking on putting the portal on that island right over there and making that the portal island. That's what that's going to be. So we'll locate the portal here. We'll make some sort of cool portal structure, temple, some sort of thing over there with some sort of bridge that crosses over to it. Upside down turkey. Nice. Oh, that's right. We have to do this. Okay, good. Next level. Wow, we need way more mycelium. Okay. We're going to have to drive off this rain and go get a lot more dirt. Ooh, mobbles. Not good. Oh, evidently that's a thunderstorm because we're allowed to sleep it off. So. Let's go clean up. Especially those guys. There we go. Drive off the riffraff, if you know what I mean. Okay, since we're not using a lot of sand right now, let's do that. All right, and let's go grab a whole bunch of dirt. Let's bring some shulkers with us too. I think we're going to need a lot of this. As a matter of fact, let's free up some of these thusly. Yeah, a little bit like that. Look at him, he's enjoying the beach. Thank God he's not rocking the Speedo, you know what I mean? No one wants to see a villager in a Speedo, okay? Yeah. Please. We'd never be able to unsee that, so please. Herm. Yeah, we cooked the turkey with the breast side on the bottom of the pan, which keeps... Oh, yeah. All right. Yeah, so the breast, if you guys aren't... If some of you may not be familiar, like foreigners who don't cook turkey often, that's usually the drier white meat. And so, yeah, so Shut's saying, you know, if you flip it down... then when the juices collect in the pan, it keeps those moist. That's cool. Noted, sir. Noted. So I'll always mix some Irish food in there with the Thanksgiving. So I'll always make some mashed potatoes, and I usually make like garlic parmesan mashed potatoes. You know where I might have a lot of dirt is right up in these chests, which I would like to get rid of. But yeah, Thanksgiving, so we'll have the squash soup. We will have the garlic mashed potatoes. And what else? I'll usually make the beer bread for that, the Guinness bread. And then for a green vegetable, not really sure. Not really sure what to do for a green vegetable this year. I usually make like braised leeks or braised celery is usually pretty good. Brussels sprouts I've made before. I've made steamed broccoli before. So I'm not really sure what I'm going to do for a green vegetable this year. I usually like to make things that are easy to make. Easy and delicious. Oh, here we go. See, we can get rid of a lot of that stuff. And that's kind of better than the mycelium. Coarse dirt, though, no, we'll keep that there. So I'm just going to go down through these this chest monster. this shameful chest monster. And just clear out whatever dirt I have in any of these. Granite. Look. A lot of mushroomy stuff. A light gray terracotta. What was I using that for? Oh, the hotel. That's what. Yeah. More dirt. And even more dirt. And even more dirt. Right. You know what? This might hold us over for a little bit, actually. But still. But still. Let's clear out what we have. Ooh, look at those pretties. Cleaning up, cleaning up. And we're good. I think that'll do it. And you know what? Let's stash some extra shulkers right here in the shulker loader area so they can be used again. But yeah, green vegetable. I don't know what I'm going to do for greens this year. You know, I could do cabbage, but us Irish Americans, anyway, we get a lot of that, so it's like kind of like to break with tradition there. That's why I do the Brussels, right? So 3, 4, 5, 1. And let's use up the rest of that mycelium. Let's get rid of this stuff. Green bean, yeah, I did do something like that. I don't think it was for Thanksgiving, but I love green beans. You know, Shot, I probably will do that. Thanks. I probably will. It's been a while. 6, 2, 4. You know, that's green beans are one thing that are like they're really easy to make, but they're also really easy to screw up too. You know, so they're not hard, they're very easy, but it's very easy to screw them up. Like if you cook them too early and then they sit around. That's not good. So that's one of those where you got to time your dishes. And it's like, yeah, that's one of the green vegetables are like one of the last things you cook. All right, 2, 4, and 6 right there. And then 1. Okay. And then 2. And then 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, okay. 2, 3, 4. Okay, and then this can go 2 like that. And then 1. Thusly. And then 2, 4, 6. Six like that. And then we should be into this 1, 2, 3, 4. And then this 1, 2, 3, 4. 5, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, like this. 1, 2, 3, and then we continue around. Good, 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 good. Now we do have to do a little bit of subsurface filling here. Fuck. Uh-oh. All right, let's catch some air. All right. I guess we need to sleep. Because otherwise the riffraff will come out. Ha! Yeah, I see you. Pow. Making Mushroom Island Central a safer place. One mob slaying at a time. All right. Okay, so I think this is all set right around here. Yeah. As a matter of fact, it is. Goody. Okay. Let's go down to the next layon. Like that. And then this is, let me see. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay, it's still starting out the same way. Dude, you don't want to be around here. Trust me. It's not a good place for you. Okay, and this is where things are going to start to get a little precarious because I don't want to dig down into the farm itself. So 1. All right, so right. 1, 2, 3, 4, like that. Okay, there we go. Then we've got 2. But then this extends out E-R-Sun. This goes out 3 like that. Then we got 1 right there, and then 2. No. There we go. 2 like that, and then E, R, 7, there you go. Chi, 7, okay, yeah. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, like that. And then things do this. Things take a turn this way. And then this should be 3 like that. And then things should go like this. That would be 2 like that. And then 2, 3, 4. And we extend out that away. But you know what? The grass is already killing me right here. So let's go take care of that right now. You know, sometimes that looks kind of cool to have that super bright green. But sometimes it doesn't. Sometimes it does not look cool. Okay, great. All right, we've got a little bit of fill-in to do here. And I don't know if I'm going to go all the way down with that right now. We'll go take an aerial view of this. And again, I'm just laying out the shape of this right now. I might, in fact, I definitely will change the block palette and, you know, make rocks and stuff like that, make it look really cool. But, you know, a lot of this depends on the mob farm and the way that the mob farm's going to wind up being situated down here. Uh-oh, we're going to need some air. Cool. Okay. I'm digging it. Like so and like so. Okay, all right. That's not so bad. Now this next layer is going to incorporate the top of the mob farm itself, at least for now. At least for now. And then when I get this laid out enough, then I will merge that into this right over here. Granted time, of course. Wow, was that an extra right there? We should take that out of there. What? Stop. Hands. Stop it. Behave yourselves. Oh, that really sucked. Really? Overpowered pickaxe? Really? Why that was there. I put that there for a reason. Now I forget. It was so long ago. All right. ADHD. Back on to the task at hand. Right. So we need to go down at least one more level. At least. There we go. Okay, it's still kind of the same layout, so that's all right. Lovely. And let's dump a little water in there to kind of get that to chill out a little bit. There we go. And for right now, I'm going to do this. And then I'll merge this into this, all right? And that'll help me keep track of things. Like so. All right, so that was 5. And then again, on this side, it does the same kind of deal. Okay, and I don't have to be too concerned with all of this here. Again, you know, the mob farm gets worked into there. So it's just this side over here now. And I'll take care of this. Don't worry, I'm not going to leave it like that. This goes here. Right, and same kind of thing. We need a little bit of water here to flood, and I'll probably take this out. I'm not sure. We'll see what happens. All right, that's going to do something like that. How am I doing for time here? Wow. Okay, well, I got to remember, I'm not ending at 2. I'm ending at 2:30. Still, I've got to be pretty strict with that because I do need to go fetch Kachi from his school, which I'm not looking forward to. Like I said, you know, it was a bad morning in the car. This morning I was really not having a good time in the car. There's a couple of accidents on the freeway. The whole round trip wound up taking 2 hours, which is an hour long than it usually takes. An hour longer than it usually takes. It's usually about a half hour out to Kachi's school and a half hour back, which I can deal with, but now, you know, when it gets to be 2 hours, that's a little too much. I don't like cars. I don't like driving. Commuting back and forth from the school every day, 4+ hours in a car every day, that ruined cars for me forever. I already didn't like cars, but that really, that was a nail in the coffin for any automotive enjoyment I could have possibly had. Okay, so I'm going to trim, you know what? I'm going to trim this down here like that so I can keep track of what I'm doing here. And I shall leave this portal in place right here. Just for now. And I'll kind of merge this into it like I'm doing with the mob farm. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. Trust me. All right, so that's that will be... It would be 5 there. Okay, and this would be 4 there, right? And so we would get 3 off of that side like that. And let's make sure I did the same thing over here because some reason I'm detecting error. Right, so I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, that's why. Yeah, because we can't see that here because of the mob farm intersects it. All right, so got the 5 would be there, the 4 would be there, and this would be 3 right here, and then we'd come off of that with 2 and 2 more like this, and then we'd get a couple of singles, 1 and 1. And then 2 again, like that, and then and then san like that. Okay, and then this doesn't matter because it's merged in, right? Like that, as Rick Beato would say. Sure. Let's come up for some air here. You know, if you're still there, the green bean casserole. It's funny. Green beans is one of those things I remember despising as a child. But now that I'm older, I like them. But you know what the difference is? We used to have the green beans out of the can all the time, right? And, you know, when you get older, you can have fresh green beans that are like braised or sautéed or something like that, and or just roasted. Roasting them is really good, actually. And so much better. It's like an entirely different food. Oh, yeah. When you get them off the stalk, they are much better, yeah. But, you know, even if you can't get them off the stalk, at least, you know, you buy them in the produce section. You know, just not in the can. In the can, they have that kind of grayish color to them. Lone Star! Fellow buffoon and incredible Minecrafter in his own right. An all-around good lad. Lone Star. You guys can see the auto shout out there, but please go check them out. When you get the chance, you shall not regret it. Lone, how are you doing this evening where you are? It's only afternoon for us over here on the west coast of the U.S., but you, evening. In your pads. Some people might regret it. Yeah, I suppose. That sounds like me. You know, thunder. I'm okay, just tired from being a long 12-hour shift. Dude, I remember those days, man. I remember those days. Wake up at 4 a.m., out the door by 5, 2-hour commute down to the school, open up the school, work like 10, 12, 14 hours, and then drive 2 hours home. Sometimes 2+ hours home because it's LA. You know, God, I do not miss that. I feel for you. Nice. Okay, I'm digging that. And you know what? I'm just going to fill this in down here. I'm already pretty close to the bottom. When I'm ready to move the mob farm, well, I don't know. Maybe I shouldn't. Let's just leave it. Let's leave it like that. Because I'm going to move the mob farm. So, let's swim on out. Let's have a look. Let's do a flyover. Yeah, something like that. Then you can see where we need to merge that little section of shoreline right in there. Right in there. And you know what? I'm going to make that sand, but I'm going to pull it in really, really narrow. Yeah, let's do that. I'll make it sand, but we'll make it super narrow. In fact, you know, we do have this gate on the side here, which would be kind of dumb to just do that and have it just, you know, like hit the water. That'd be kind of dumb. Let's make a path here about 3 blocks wide. and we will walk the shoreline down from here. Yeah, I'm trying to think of how I want to do this. I might change the shape of this upper part a little bit. Buffoons. So, Shut Mountain, Lone Star. Help me out here. I think that... Are we actually choosing the air on Buffooncraft this Saturday? I think so, right? Yeah, you know, I'm not... My brain is not registering this path well. I was thinking of just having this come down to the water side here and be like a little docking area for boats, maybe, or something like that. And if that's the case, I should really bring it out more. All right, I'm going to go over there and hit the hay. Oh, I have a bed right here. Nice. As far as I know, yes. Yeah, there we go. Yes? No. Okay, like that. Good. Yeah, so I'm wondering... I should pull this out. I think you guys can see I'm just grabbing this over here, right? Let's do this. And you know what? This might actually help us out a little bit. Maybe. Maybe. Okay, it's good. Good. All right. Fine. All right, we had like a really janky temporary tree farm right here that absolutely has to come out now. How am I doing for time here? 2:09. We're starting to close in on the end of the street. Let's get some dirt back in this shulker. Throwing the shulker onto the ground does not accomplish that task. Great. Well, I suppose I should climb up there and dig that out first, right? I mean... Please, please, just... I know I suck at parkour, but come on. Come on now. Clear this out. Again, you know, I don't know what I'm going to do with this transition area over here. Just concerned with wrapping up this darn shoreline. All right, let's clear out the inventory a little bit. Get some of this junk out of here. There's our box of dirt. And you know what? Let's use that up first. Let us save the grass blocks for some other project. All right, here we go. All right, so I need to shape this shoreline here, and I'm not entirely certain. Like I said, you know, if I put some sort of boat dock kind of thing in here, I'm not sure I should shape that. Maybe I should for now. And even if we're not going to keep it, you know, we can always change it later. Something like that, a little bit more gradual. That's pretty good. And again, we'll make it steep. Let's just take out all of this stuff. Hands. Okay, I think something like that. Right. Let's replace this cobble. Yeah, that's pretty good. No hands. I think it's something like that. That right there. Oh, actually, I want to clear that out. Don't. Yeah, like that. There we go. That's so much better. Yeah, let's take this out. And you know, that's not too bad. We'll grade that down a little bit more. With a little bit more of a slope on it. But first, try that again. First, we sleep. And we're getting close. 2:16, so we have 14 minutes left of the stream. You know, I feel we did pretty good here today, actually, so far. Very satisfying. This sand is going to have to come out and be replaced with muddy bits. Getting there, getting there. Am I out of blocks? Okay, that's not too bad. Right here. I could stagger this down a little bit more. Like I said, I might make some sort of boat landing here or something like that, so... Overpowered shovel! Just calm down, just... For God's sake. I shovel well. Yeah, we all know it. I really like the bass on this track. It really sounds cool. Sharp Focus by Descent on Epidemic Sound. I like it. All right, let's get this water here to calm down. Uh-oh. That means we've got water down below that needs to be filled. Okay, I think we're good. All right, you know, and this doesn't have to be terraced exactly like the other parts, but, you know, we can bring it down a little bit. We still have a little time in the stream, so. And, you know, like I said, later I can change this and add more things to it, change the shape of it a little more and stuff, so. Make it look a little more natural. Pickaxe, please. Just calm down. Ark! I think the light is coming from the beacon. I think I'm getting close to... Because I do not have a conduit in this area, so I think one of the beacons is lighting things up here for us. And let me see. And this is going to stay the same. Although a conduit, I think, has a 50 block range. And we might just become... You guys can see where I have a conduit right over here. That's more than 50 blocks, though. But I do have this conduit here. And maybe we're coming right in on the fringe of its sphere of influence. Okay, like that. Back to the surface for air. Oxygen's a good thing, even in Minecraft. Yeah, you know, that's I know that's really kind of extremely terraced looking. But like I said, you know, when we get back here to do the official terraforming, it'll look better. All right, well, if that is Lass of Loch Royal, which it is, definitely, then we must be close to the end of the street. Cool. All right, let's do a flyover, and then we'll try to wrap things up here. Okay, already that looks better. And again, I understand it looks kind of artificial. Well, the part, you know, skirting the spawn circle there is supposed to look a little artificial. It's supposed to look very artificial. Right, but just the way these merge in, we do need to fix those a little bit, though. I think that's a little too stark. I think I can merge that in a little bit better looking. But all in all, it looks pretty good, I feel. Let's end on the portal island out here. Like this, because we can use that for our background. I think I'm safe on here. I might be. I think I can sign out over here. Let's do this. And again, you know, content creator, we always have to think about posing for a thumbnail. That's not bad. Maybe. I want to get the beach in there and part of the spawn circle with a little bit of the tree. Let's do this without falling off the mushroom and get a little bit more. Maybe like that. Plus I want to look over at the, yeah, okay, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. Okay, so let's do this. Let's sign off here. Let's see if there's anybody to whom out we can raid. I think Jeannie is still streaming right now. And Angel might still be streaming, who I haven't raided in quite some time. Let me check. So I usually set up my raid on my phone. That way I can drop the volumes and make a smoother transition here. So let me see. Let me do this. Oh, it looks like Angel's done. Aw. She streams a little bit earlier on Wednesdays now. Usually she streams after me, but I think she's streaming before me now. But Jeannie's still streaming, so we can drop by and pay her a visit. Let us do that very thing. Okay, so. Yeah, oh, that's too bad. Then it could have been yesterday that I saw her then. responding to Shut in the chat, saying that Angel was not feeling well, so she's not streaming. So there's our raid message. You can copy and paste that into the chat if you would like to join us. And I do suggest that you do. I always encourage folks to join us along on the raids, even if you don't have time to spend for the entire stream. At least drop in and say hi, and if you feel so inclined, follow some bits. That'd be really, really cool. Family-friendly viewers. Jeannie's stream is 18 plus, is for mature viewers. But she's really, really cool. So there's a little bit of language here and there, but she's super, super cool. So let us do that. There we go. And of course, the raid is counting down. I would like to thank everybody for joining us today. Chuck, good luck with your MRI later on today. It's going to suck, but hopefully it's as short as possible. So hang in there for that, man. Just remember that we do this Generation stream every Wednesday usually from noon to 2 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Our next stream will be Friday. It should be from 11 to 1 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. That's when it's usually scheduled. We do have some things planned Friday, though, so that might change. There'll definitely be a stream on Friday. It's just the time might change. So pay attention to the notifications for that if you'd like to join us. And then the stream after that will be Sunday from 4 to 6 p.m. That will be Kachi time, and who knows what Kachi will be up to. Probably Roblox. So, so with that, let us raid on out to Cheska. Everybody enjoy the rest of your afternoon, evening, morning, wherever you happen to be. And join us again next time raiding out to Cheska's Genie Now. Raid! Let's go!